get the rhythm of the bass. Hi guys, it's Jessie from Tonkadale. We're located here in Minnetonka, Minnesota, and today we're going to make wreaths 3 ways. The first 2 are very simple. I can even do them sitting down. And the last one will move to the table and will be a little more advanced. Here we go. I have a nice little permanent eucalyptus wreath, which would be very fine just on its own, but I think we should add a bow. We'll talk about some different bow making methods today because bow making is very important to me. It's a life skill that I've worked very hard on, and I'm really happy to share this with you. So for this wreath, all we need is a scissor. I have that right here. What we're gonna do is make a ribbon hanger. Take a length of ribbon. Be generous because you don't want to end up with naughty knot. We'll give it a snip and just make a simple knot up on top. I like to roll the ends of the rhythm. I like to get the rhythm of the, what's that song? Cha-cha. Let's get the rhythm of the bass. So there's our ribbon hanger, and then we're going to add a simple shoestring bow. So again, take a generous length of ribbon, and I'm going to right through here. So I think we're gonna need our tails to start a little bit longer. We'll give it a cut. Many of you learned to tie your shoes with the bunny going around the tree. I never did. I just did 2 loops. So that's what we're gonna do here. 2 loops, crisscross applesauce. And get your tails to face the way you want them. Pull it tight. Crisscross applesauce. Adjust your tails. Give them a quick roll. And there you have it. Very simple, easy wreath. Ready to go. Boop. For this next wreath, we're gonna back a berry wreath right onto this mixed pine wreath. So we have 2 24-inch wreaths that'll fit nicely together. All I need to achieve this are some zip ties. Zip ties, baby. So what we're gonna do is nestle this berry wreath right on the frame. I'm pulling some of the pine inside the wreath form, so these 2 become one. All we need to do is go around with our zip ties and secure our berry wreath. Zip, zip. What is that song we used to listen to at teen night? I put my hand up on your hip. When I zip, you zip, we zip. Teen night was always kind of a tragedy. Everybody left crying and sweaty. Teen drama. Where's my scissor? It's in the candy canes. I'm in the candy canes. I'm in the weeds. Clip. So this bow, we're gonna do a little bit differently, but still super easy. Cute, huh? So this would be perfectly acceptable to hang just like this. We can also add a bow. So I've chosen this beautiful bow, and I think I'll put my bow a little bit off to the side. What we're gonna do here is again, take a length of ribbon and simply tie it down. That's nice. So we take our next length of ribbon. We do want a little tail action. Give it a pinch. Then we're gonna make 3 loops. Up, back to the middle. Now we're pointing up again. So loop up and down, holding very tightly in the middle. So now all we have to do is place our 3 loops on top of our original tie down thingy and give it another tie. Kind of get all your tails pointing in the right direction, like some coming down, some going up. It's crazy tail day. Give everybody a little roll. So our wreath is going to hang a little off center. We can take our tails and kind of make them go where we want them to go. And I just take the pine, it's kind of wiry, twist it down. That looked pretty good, guys. And we'll take this one and let it go over here. It's so sweet. It really tells the holiday story well. Everybody's behaving. Nobody's too perfect. Here we go, wreath number 2. Next, we're going to make this adorable advanced wreath that will last all winter long. So I'm assembling my clumps. I have this beautiful permanent eucalyptus, tallow berries, and a pretty fuzzy lamium. I can attach everything together with a baby zip tie, and I'm anticipating needing 5 clumps, some with lamium, some without. I can trim these down when we're ready to assemble. So I'll set my clumps aside. Now we need to get our pine cones ready. I chose these gold tip cones because I think they'll really look nice with these kind of boho bells. I'll use taped wires to go right around the bottom of each cone. We're going to make what we like to call cone dumbbells. So I'm going to do 6. So we have 3 sets of 2. I'm telling you, these techniques can be applied widely. Think of all the possibilities when you have clumps and dumbbells. We have our 6 cones on wires, and now we're going to create the dumbbells. We want them about 11 inches apart. Set our cones aside until the end of our project. I want to get in here and trim up my clumps so they are manageable and behaving how I want them to. Trim those zip ties with a wire cutter, and then we'll trim our length. Yes, that's my favorite part, when they fly out of the screen. Pew! That's what my son does every time I see him. Pew, 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 pew! Let's do our bow. Loving this green velvety ribbon. I'm going to do 5 loops, kind of all different sizes. And then I end with both of my tails facing the same direction. Take my taped wire, I'll go right around the center, and give it a nice tight twist. Perky bow, AYS.
Let's assemble our bells. So I'm using the jute these bells came with, and I'm going to tie them together and leave them all messy like.
First, I'd like to attach my clumps. I know I'm going to have some bow action off to the side here, bells hanging down the middle, so I don't want this stuff to interfere with that. So what I like to do is place my items kind of in position where I think they'll be. I'm going to go every other one with lamium, one without. We'll follow the grain of the wreath as we go all the way around. And then up here, we'll switch it up and go wide. So these are kind of, here we go with the zip ties. We'll use the wire we use to secure the bow to attach it to the wreath, nice and snug. Remember our cone dumbbells? Here they come. Go around the back, give them a twist. And then I like my cones perky. Go around the back to tighten them down. We have that slack from our 2 taped wires. Those cones also act as a way to secure our ribbon. We have 1 more cone cluster. Let's wait to put that on after we've attached our bells. Well, I think this wreath is quite beautiful as it is, but I've kind of already committed to these bells and I love them. So let's put them on. So I just used the twine that came with the bells to attach them to each other, and I'm going to use that same twine to tie them to the wreath. I'm just going to go up around. I'm right in the center, so they'll kind of hang nicely. And I can adjust the length of the bells by tying my string more tightly or more loosely. Let's take a look at that. How'd we do? I think it's pretty cute. We do have 1 more cone cluster, but you know what? Let's get it all on there. I mean, we worked so hard to get it all done. Might as well use them. Again, we like our cones perky, or at least I do. Crank them down from the backside. So you have it. A little bit more complicated wreath, but something that will last you all winter long.